Take Paws has been made possible by support from the following Community Foundation of Broward funds. And by Broward County Animal Care and Adoption, where you can adopt a new best friend for life. If you own a dog, there are times when it's okay for your pet to be off leash, in your own home or in a fenced-in yard. But when you take your pup out and about, you really should keep him on a leash. And that leash should be attached to a good, secure collar or a harness. Some owners believe their pets are so well disciplined, they take them everywhere off leash. Trouble is, you don't always know what might set your pet off. I was out for a walk with my own pup, on a leash, mind you, and she got spooked by an SUV that hit a tree across the street. She pulled backwards out of her collar and took off running. Now, she ran straight home, but bolted across several busy streets to get there. It was sheer luck that she didn't get hurt. Now I walk her with a harness that she can't pull out of. But the point is, you really don't know for sure how your pet will react to every situation. And it's better to be safe than sorry.
A good solid collar and leash is everything when it comes to walking your pet. It is your safety line, your safety net, keeping your pet out of trouble, out of danger. A good solid sturdy collar, a good solid sturdy leash is critical. A lot of people think, well, my pet is trained, I've taken him to training classes and he graduated and he walks safely by my side, but dogs are dogs and they can easily get distracted with something as minor as a squirrel running, another dog, a dog in heat, loud noises. Anything can scare your dog or distract your dog and make him want to run off, even with all of the training. So when you have a solid leash, it is definitely your safety line to protecting your pet and keeping your pet safe. So when you're going shopping for a pet, you need to think in terms of what kind of dog do you have. Do I have a little dog? Do I have a big dog? Is he a puller? Is he not a puller? Does he walk nicely by your side? That's going to determine what you need to look for when you go shopping for a leash. One of the main things you need to look at is spending money on a leash. You want to get a good quality leash, one that will withstand the weather. Sometimes leather leashes and collars, if you live in a hot community, they begin to get dried out. So you want to, get something that will take the weather. It'll also withstand your dog. Some dogs like to chew on their leash, so you don't want to have a skimpy leash and then 2 minutes later your dog is chomped through it. So spend some money on a leash. The other thing you want to look for is metal latches, solid stitching, reinforcements. Because you don't want your dog pulling and the leash eventually gives way and then it snaps apart in your hand and your dog's running across the street. So you want to make sure you have solid stitching, reinforcements, metal grip there to the collar so that you can keep control and the leash is going to last you a long time. Some leashes are really handy. Again, the metal, reinforced stitching, but this is a double handle. So if you have a dog that tends to pull or wants to kind of direct you where he wants to go, if you have a double handle leash, you have the handle on the end, but you also have a handle closer to so you can pull him in. So this gives you a little more control than you would normally have if you just had the end part of the leash. Again, make sure it's secure, it's well built, spend a little money on it. Collar and leash go hand in hand. So again, if you've got a big dog, you can get the buckles, which are nice, particularly if you've got a dog that maybe has lost some weight or gaining weight, then you've got, the ability to, just like a belt, adjust it as necessary, good solid buckle on there, good solid attachment to the collar so it's not going to slip off. If you've got a smaller dog, you can go with a smaller type of leash, and this is the typical buckle, but make sure it's secure. This is, again, your pet's lifeline. You don't want any of this giving way so that the dog gets away from you. You want it strong enough so you can keep solid control over your pet at all times. When you're buying a leash for your pet, one of the things you do not want to buy, whether your pet is small or large, is a retractable leash. That's a leash that the leash itself can go all the way out and your pet can pull it all the way out as far as he can. That does not give you any control over your pet, and a leash is all about the control. What's happened a lot of times, people don't realize that pet can pull, and then you can't rein him in. And we've seen where pets have pulled, got themselves out in the street and have gotten hit by a car because the owner could not rein him back in quick enough. Or he could get bitten by another dog that's coming charging for him, and you can't get him back into you, get control of the situation quick enough. So whether your dog is small or large, you do not want to invest in a retractable leash. Get a solid leash, a good, strong, sturdy, regular leash that you can easily pull your dog in case of danger. Another option for pet owners is a harness. A harness distributes the weight. A lot of dogs pull and they're pulling and they're gagging and they're choking themselves to death. But a harness prevents that from happening. And for some dogs, it's a lot more comfortable. Put the harness on, it gives you more control over the dog and his movements, and it prevents him from choking himself to death. So this is a good option. Takes a little bit to learn and get your dog comfortable with putting a harness on, but once you've mastered that, it can be really pleasurable and make walking a lot easier for both you and your dog. So you got a dog? Keep him safe. Keep him on a leash. It's the law. It's the law in almost every community. It keeps him safe, protects him from getting hurt and injured. It also protects your local residents, your fellow residents, so that they're protected from your pet. And most importantly, make sure your pet has identification. If he does get lost, he does run off, we are able to get you reunited with your pet. Tag, registered microchip, a name tag with a local phone number, all of those things are extremely important to keeping your pet safe and making sure that there's a happy reunion at the end.
If you'd like to help support Take Paws through sponsorship or by making a donation, call 754-321-1000 or go to BECON.TV.